Deploying a machine learning model to an online endpoint is a crucial step in making your model accessible for real time predictions. This process involves several stages, from preparing the model to ensuring it can handle requests efficiently. In this presentation, we will explore the various aspects of deploying a model to an online endpoint, including the necessary tools, best practices, and potential challenges. By the end of this session, you will have a comprehensive understanding of how to deploy and manage your models in a production environment. An online endpoint is a web service that allows users to send data to a deployed model and receive predictions in real time. This is essential for applications that require immediate responses, such as recommendation systems, fraud detection, and personalized user experiences. Online endpoints are typically RESTful APIs, which means they follow a set of conventions for interacting with web services. Understanding how these endpoints work is the first step in deploying your model effectively. Before deploying a model, it is essential to ensure that it is optimized for performance and accuracy. This involves several steps, including feature engineering, model training, and validation. Additionally, the model should be serialized into a format that can be easily loaded and used by the endpoint. Common formats include ONX, PMML, and JobLib for Python-based models. Proper preparation ensures that the model performs well in a production environment and can handle the expected load. The choice of infrastructure for deploying your model is critical. Options range from cloud-based services like Azure Machine Learning, AWS SageMaker, and Google AI Platform to on-premises solutions. Each option has its pros and cons, such as scalability, cost, and ease of integration with existing systems. Cloud-based solutions often offer additional features like auto-scaling, monitoring, and security, making them a popular choice for many organizations. Setting up an online endpoint involves several steps, including configuring the server, setting up the API, and deploying the model. In cloud-based platforms, this process is often streamlined through user-friendly interfaces and automated scripts. For instance, in Azure Machine Learning, you can use the Azure ML SDK to create and deploy an endpoint with just a few lines of code. Proper configuration ensures that the endpoint is secure, scalable, and reliable. Once the model is deployed, it is crucial to test it thoroughly to ensure it performs as expected. This involves sending test requests to the endpoint and verifying the responses. Testing should cover various scenarios, including edge cases and typical use cases, to ensure the model handles all types of input gracefully. Automated testing frameworks can be used to streamline this process and ensure consistent results. Deploying a model is not a one-time task. It requires ongoing monitoring and maintenance to ensure it continues to perform well. This includes tracking metrics like response time, error rates, and resource usage. Tools like Azure Monitor, AWS CloudWatch, and Google Stackdriver can help you keep an eye on these metrics and alert you to any issues. Regular maintenance, such as updating the model with new data and retraining, is also essential to keep the model accurate and relevant. Scalability is a critical consideration when deploying a model to an online endpoint. The endpoint should be able to handle varying loads, from a few requests per second to thousands. Cloud-based solutions often provide auto-scaling features that automatically adjust the resources based on the load. However, it is essential to configure these settings correctly to avoid over-provisioning or under-provisioning resources. Load testing can help you determine the optimal configuration for your endpoint. Security is a paramount concern when deploying a model to an online endpoint. This involves securing the data, the model, and the endpoint itself. Techniques like encryption, authentication, and authorization are essential to protect sensitive information and prevent unauthorized access. Cloud platforms often provide built-in security features, but it is crucial to configure them correctly and follow best practices to ensure robust security. Deploying a model to an online endpoint can incur significant costs, especially if the endpoint handles a high volume of requests. It is essential to monitor and manage these costs effectively. Cloud platforms often provide cost management tools that allow you to set budgets, track spending, and optimize resource usage. By keeping an eye on costs and making adjustments as needed, you can ensure that your deployment remains cost-effective. To illustrate the concepts discussed, let's look at a real-world case study. A retail company deployed a recommendation model to an online endpoint to provide personalized product suggestions to its customers. By using Azure Machine Learning, they were able to set up the endpoint quickly and scale it to handle millions of requests per day. The company also implemented robust monitoring and security measures to ensure the endpoint's reliability and security. This case study highlights the practical aspects of deploying a model and the benefits it can bring to a business. To ensure a successful deployment, it is essential to follow best practices. These include thorough testing, regular monitoring, and timely updates. Additionally, it is crucial to document the deployment process and maintain clear communication with all stakeholders. By following these best practices, you can ensure that your model performs well in a production environment and continues to deliver value over time. Deploying a model to an online endpoint comes with its own set of challenges, such as handling large volumes of data, ensuring low latency, and maintaining security. However, these challenges can be addressed with the right strategies and tools. For instance, using a content delivery network, CDN, can help reduce latency, while robust security protocols can protect against data breaches. Understanding these challenges and how to address them is crucial for a successful deployment. The field of model deployment is constantly evolving, with new trends and technologies emerging regularly. Some of the future trends include the use of edge computing to reduce latency, the integration of AI with IoT devices, and the development of more sophisticated monitoring and management tools. Staying abreast of these trends can help you make informed decisions and ensure that your deployment remains cutting edge. Deploying a model to an online endpoint is a complex but rewarding process. By understanding the various aspects involved, from preparation to monitoring, you can ensure a successful deployment that delivers real value. As a next step, consider experimenting with different tools and platforms to find the best fit for your needs. Additionally, continue learning and staying updated with the latest trends and best practices in the field. With the right approach, you can master the art of model deployment and make a significant impact in your organization.